Hey guys, good morning and happy Thursday. I hope everybody's doing amazing. And I really wanted to come on earlier, but I had some other things to do. But I am looking forward to getting back on that early shift. But this morning, I just wanted to give a wake up call, especially for women. You know, the prices are going up in the grocery store, at the
Mhm.
gas pumps, and more often than not, we are the first ones impacted and the ones that are most heavily impacted.
Mhm.
So I wanted to give us a wake up call as it relates to the current state of our economics and our generational wealth. So if you have not already taken a good look at your finances and compare that to your ability to really move the needle and really take your finances to the next level, it's time that you do so. You know, we got to
Mhm.
realize as women, nobody is coming to save us.
Mm.
And it's
Mhm.
a hard fact, but it's very, very true. You know, nobody's
Mhm.
coming to, there's no knight in shining armor coming to save us. We've got to make sure that we're doing what we need to do to save ourselves
Yeah. It,
and not wait until the bottom falls out, not wait until it's the last chance, final show, the fat woman is singing. We
mhm.
don't need to be waiting to save ourselves. There's some things we know to be true. And one of those is that we don't want to work forever.
That's right. That's right. And Coach, you're right. We got to be our own first responders. We can't wait until they tell us we're in inflation. We know it. We know it. We live it. We're spending the money. We're paying out for the bills. We're taking care of everybody else. We know we're running short. So we have to come to our own realization that we got to save ourselves. There's some things we can do, but are you doing it?
And are we doing it consistently? You know, and we were having this conversation today, even about our own consistency, even about the things that we know, be doing those things that we know we need to do on a consistent basis. And, you know, understanding that saving ourselves sometimes means saying no to other people.
You're right. You're exactly right. You got to take care of yourself first. Quit giving people the benefit of the doubt, because when something happens, who can you run to? Who can you run to? And
You know, nobody, when you've set up an environment where everybody runs to you.
right.
And a lot of us have set up those environments. Good morning, Loretta. Good morning, D. Morris. And if you guys haven't shared the broadcast, make sure you do. And I know a lot of women are busy, probably getting ready to go to work. And we even have to question that. You know, I'm spending so much of my time, energy, and effort at this job. Is this job, is the pay at this job commensurate with the efforts that I'm spending on this job?
Wow, that's good, Coach. I love that. Is that job stopping you from building your business? Is it
Yeah,
blocking you from making your abundance and your money?
yeah.
You're
You know,
right.
we used to look at jobs and say, oh, I'm blessed to have this job. And I'm not saying that I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
Good morning, Berlin. But what I am saying is that the blessings of the Lord does not stop at that job. Sometimes we're at that job to learn something. Sometimes we're at that job to elevate our way of thinking,
Right.
improve our skills.
Right.
But nobody told us we needed to be there forever.
That's right. And I always say, when you say, oh, I've been there for 30 years, I got 30 years experience, you've been going there doing the same thing every day. You're in the same financial situation. So when you going to move?
Yeah, we do have to stop doing what's not working for us.
Right.
And if that requires that we learn a new skills, so be it. If that requires that we make an investment to do something different, so be it. We've got to stop being so concerned about how I look today and how people think about me today, and be more concerned about how am I going to live tomorrow.
Wow. Yeah. You're right. You're right.
And knowing that the decisions we make today has everything to do with our tomorrow.
You know, Coach, I love it when you say that. I love it when you say that. And, you know, you tell us all the time in the mentorship, what you do today affects your money 3 months from now.
It does.
It affects your money 3 months and on down the road. Anything you're doing now does affect your future and your family's future.
Yeah.
Yeah. Will you survive?
As business owners, we really need to be planning our money for June, July, and August right now.
Right.
Instead of March, April, and May, we ought to have all that stuff on the books by now. We know if nothing else, we're going to need some money to pay some bills.
Right. Yeah. Corporations already know what they're making in the next 5 years. They got a plan for your money.
They do. And we got to have a plan for ours and a different set of expectations for our money. I asked in my mentorship group, what's your motivation? Money, praise, prizes. And the vast majority of people said money. And it's okay, because it's not the love of money that we're worried about. It is the ability to have generational wealth and to take care of ourselves when it's time.
Yeah, I think so, Coach. Money helps you to think. If you don't have money, sometimes you get stuck. You can't be creative. But when you got that money problem solved, you can be creative, and you know, the whole world opens up to you the things you can do to make more money to help more people.
That's absolutely true. Because that is my goal. My goal is to make millions of dollars so that I can help millions of people.
Right.
And there's nothing wrong with it.
No, there isn't.
And we've got to stop feeling guilty because of money. We got to stop feeling guilty because of our gifts and our talents. We got to stop.
You're right. We deserve it. We are in control of our own destiny. And your father said you can have whatever it is you want. You are in control of you. You have domination over everything. And that's what we gave us. And now we got to stand in our truth. You know, this Women's History Month is next month. Women's History Month is 24/7, 365 days of a year that we need to go out there and get what we need to survive and take care of our families. We owe it to ourselves. We're not supposed to be living paycheck to paycheck. If you are supposed to be running a business, where's your business? Get your help. Because nobody else is going to come and save us, not the government, not your best friend. It's going to have to be you. And, you know, that's what I like about being a woman in today's time, how much more freedom we have to be financially stable.
We really do. And if you haven't already registered for our masterclass, where we're going to be talking about building generational wealth, make sure you go to www.dollarsprofitsandwealthcom. Because not only are we going to be talking about how to build generational wealth, we're going to talk about how to generate more profits. And we're going to be talking about the mission that we have coming up to help thousands of women get where they're going like never before. Hey, Cynthia Armstead, how are you? Cynthia Aura.
Yeah, the Dr. Cynthia Armstead.
Right.
Good morning.
And, you know, we've got to understand that we can't wait until the rubber falls out, until it's situation critical. I ask women all the time about, you know, their revenue and, well, I'm going to retire. I'm going to wait and retire. I retired from my job in 4 or 5 years. I'm like, you really? In 4 or 5 years, you could have built $1 million business.
4 or 5 years, will you even be here? Nothing's guaranteed.
Oh, that's good, Keita.
Right. Yeah, you'll never be able to enjoy it if you don't do something now. I always say you think about it and you wake up, the next day you're 40. You think about it again, you wake up, you're 50. You think you got to make a move because time's not stopping. It's not waiting on anybody. We all, as you say, because we all got the same number of hours in a day. Yeah. You're spending 12 hours on a job. What are you doing for you when you get out of there?
You know, I think it really boils down to the fact that we're all capable, but are we willing to push beyond the status quo? Number one, we look at everybody else, and because everybody else is not doing it, we don't do it. Are we able to push beyond our fears? Number two, we're so afraid to be different, so afraid of what other people are saying. You know, I'm at that point where I just can't be afraid of anything. I'm finna let it all hang out.
Right.
I'm going to let it all hang out, and it is what it is. And I know beyond a shadow of a doubt, because everything is indeed a numbers game, I know that as long as I keep playing this game, I can't lose. I absolutely positively cannot lose. And I refuse to. I refuse to. And you got to get to that point. Quick, Cujo, stop. Go ahead. You see him over there, girl?
No, I couldn't see him.
You got to get to that point where you refuse to quick keep starting over.
Right.
I mean, the truth is that it's hard for everybody. Everybody's got something going on. But how do you really want to live your life?
Right. And I think the majority of the women, if you ask them how they're living their life, they're not really living their life like they really want to. Somebody else is dictating how their life should go. And that's what we got to start being selfish and put ourselves first and get what you really want and live the life you really want.
But you know why we don't, right? It's fear.
It's fear. Yeah, it is. But sometimes you got to turn that fear around to your good. Everybody suffers from fear. Every morning you wake up with a fear. But you can't let it beat you every day.
And you know, I'm taking this stress management reduction class and these mindset transformation classes now. And what the man said is sometimes the things that we think are fear are not really even fear. It's breathless excitement.
Oh, wow.
And we get so excited and we forget to breathe. And so the body takes it over and says fear.
Oh, wow.
When actually it's not.
Okay. It makes sense.
And being able to have a decent conversation with ourselves that doesn't talk us into self-sabotage.
That's big.
It is.
It is. Yeah.
And understanding that if we don't win this conversation with ourselves today, we're going to lose the fight against money tomorrow.
Wow. Yeah, right.
You know, everybody's ability to generate revenue is the same. Deuteronomy 8:18, he gave us all the power to create wealth. He gave us all capabilities. I don't think there's anybody in existence that doesn't have something that will make them $1 million.
Wow, you're right.
But will we use it?
Yeah, that's like you see something on an infomercial, you say, I thought of that. Why didn't I create it? I thought of it. And then it made that person $1 million. Yeah.
And being willing to let go of the past. Whatever hurt you before, let go of that where you can grab whatever you can need right now.
Exactly. You don't want to wait until you get rock bottom.
We do that though.
Yeah, and we do, right. We do, but we shouldn't. There's so many opportunities in the world for us today to do something different.
Well, I'm going to take my little old chances, Keita.
I have to take mine. I have to. Your back has to be up against the wall that you can't go nowhere else but up and get what you need. That's where turning, and that's a technique you talked about, Coach.
Yeah.
Being able to fight yourself in those fears, it's a technique. It's a learned technique that you got to learn. You got to deal with it every day. Yeah. And why
No
not
matter
today?
what.
Yeah, no matter what, nothing can stop you. Your life depends on it. Your future generations of family members depend on it.
How do we get so caught up in worrying about what other people got to say about us, especially people that ain't gonna pay our bills?
I don't know, Coach. I think for me, it's an age thing. Once you get a certain age, you don't have a filter. You don't even give a what.
Ah,
You don't. And when you get a certain age, you don't care. It's about you. You've given so much to everybody during the years that you like, no. You got to
this
learn to
is
say
one of the
no. It's
bags
about
I'm giving
me.
away. Look what it say. I had to cover it up.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it.
Everybody gonna like that, but you know that's the destiny. This is the destination.
Right. Yeah. And don't apologize for it.
And unapologetically.
Right. Because everybody can have it. We all got the same even playing field.
Hey, Portia.
Yeah.
We all do have the same playing field.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of the reasons that I want to go into transformational coaching, because I used to think that strategy was enough.
Mm-hmm.
And now I realize so many people have self-imposed limits for whatever reason, that if they don't reprogram those limits, you could give them $1 million blueprint and they won't achieve the $1 million simply because they put the brakes on God and said, regardless as to what destiny God has for me. We were going on, I was on Etsy. Oh, thank you, Portia. I miss you. I was on Etsy and seeing they selling all these oils over there.
Okay.
They selling these money oils and love potions and sex oils and by the thousands and thousands of bottles, y'all.
Oh, wow.
And people talking about, oh, I got this oil and later that day I made $500, or I got this and later that day I got my man. And so the question is, do those oils work? They do.
On the mindset,
you
right?
believe in them.
Yeah.
And since you believe in them, you're looking for your man now. Since you believe in them, you're looking for that same money that God placed in your peripheral months ago, but you didn't believe the word when the word said you could have it. But you believe this oil with this chopped up money in it, and now all of a sudden you prosperous. Your mind, your vision is going to see what your mind believes. And many of us have predestined ourselves and created these self-fulfilling prophecies. If you say I'm not that smart and you never crack a book open and you never go to a class, you're going to continue down that path. And what you said about yourself is going to be absolutely positively true because you said it.
Yeah.
So what are you saying to yourself? What conversations are you having? And do you even know how to reprogram that inner critic? One of the things we're going to be talking about on the Generational Wealth Building Masterclass is all of these grants that are available. I see so many business owners that say they need money for their business, but when you ask them how many grants have they applied for, the answer is slim and none. And you can literally sit them down and walk them through. And I know I've done it with my community. I had to beg, borrow, and steal to get them to apply for money that was set to the side for them. And the same is true of your spiritual father. He has already set abundance to the side for you, wealth to the side for you. But are you willing to do the things like we talked about this morning, Keita? Are you willing to be consistent enough in your efforts? What farmer do you know is inconsistent and have a halfway decent crop?
None, probably none. They're not in business.
What rancher do you know is inconsistent and got some halfway decent cows. You can't go out there and feed your cows every other day and think your cow's going to be healthy. How can you feed your business every other day and think your business is going to be healthy?
Right. Right.
How can you feed your mind once a month or once a week or once every 3 months and think your mind is going to be healthy? So
Right.
what we focus on and what we work on grows.
Right.
And the things we don't focus on and the things we don't work on, they don't grow.
It seems so simple, Coach. It seems so simple.
In that book recap I did for you guys, and that's another thing I'm about to start doing publicly, is these book reviews. In the Slight Edge by Jeff Olson, he said that it is so simple that we overcomplicate it.
Oh, okay.
If I want to lose weight and I take in less calories than my body burns every day, I will lose weight. Simple as that. If I want to make money in my business and I get up every day and I offer my products and services to somebody, I will make money. Simple as that.
Okay.
We overcomplicate these things because we want to put an emotion. We want to tie an emotion to it. When really there's no emotion involved. It is a simple equation.
Oh, wow.
And the minute we stop putting judgment on it and saying to myself, this is where I'm going to go. This is what is required for me to get there. And I'm going to just do the work. I don't even have to look at the results because I know the results are going to come.
Okay.
People always talk about they want somebody to hold them accountable. I tell y'all all the time, your bank account, your abundance, your happiness, your prosperity, all of those things hold you accountable. If you're not happy, do something about it. If you're not prosperous, do something about it. If you're not living an abundant lifestyle, do something about it.
Mm-hmm.
And the faster you do something about it, the faster all of that shifts. What you think?
Right. I think basically you say you're in control. If you don't have everything that you need, it's because of something you're not doing. Because you're in control of your own destiny. And that's really simple. That's simple.
It's as simple as that.
Right. It's just as simple. And
and making the decision. Go ahead, Keita.
Your accountability partner can't make you move, but your bank account and your happiness should. It should. Right. So, what are you believing in? What are you believing in? If you, like you said, it grants, you can hand it to them, but can you make them apply for it? Because they got the belief that they're not going to get it. So they're not going to move. Everything is out there. So much is out there for us now. So much. And we got to go get it. It's just not going to fall out of the sky on us. You got to make a step.
And then it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. 50 grants, you apply for one, you don't get it, and then you say, I knew I wasn't going to get no grant. Well, you applied for one.
Yeah. Yeah.
You start a diet, you eat 9 cheeseburgers, and then you get on the scale at the end of the week and say, I knew I wasn't going to lose no weight. You ate 9 cheeseburger, girl.
Yeah, it is. Sometimes it's self-sabotage.
I'm telling you, that conversation with yourself is not always a good one.
Yeah,
but not. The great news is that you can reprogram your conversations with yourself. Mm-hmm. You can assess yourself without making critical judgments, but you got to be willing to do the work and shift your mindset.
Right. You got to be willing to do the work. Who else is going to work harder for you than you? Right. You know what you need. You know what you're lacking. You know what your heart desires. And if you don't, you need to sit down and think about it.
Do we do that enough?
I don't think so, Coach. We don't dig deep enough.
Well, you know what we use as an excuse?
What?
Busy.
Yeah.
I'm too busy to tell myself the truth.
Mm-hmm.
I'm too busy to dig deep to see what I really want. I'm too
Mm-hmm.
busy to go on a journey to find what I'm really looking for.
Wow. Yeah.
And more often than not, no matter how long and stressful and arduous that journey, it normally leads us right back to the same place to realize we had everything we needed to begin with. Let me see, my devotional said something about that the other day.
Yeah, and sometimes we gotta let some people go and some things go.
Ooh.
Yeah. We gotta quit listening to other people when we want to make a move and don't let them put their fear on us.
That's very true. I don't need nobody else's I don't need nobody else's fear.
Right. Sometimes we gotta let the dishes go, the kids go, all of that. Make enough money you can hire somebody to do the dishes. Heck, make enough money you can buy a whole box of paper plates and never have to wash nothing while you work on your
Okay.
business. Yeah. Quit cutting the yard, quit cleaning the house. Make enough money that you got a maid come in and clean while you work on your business.
And then stop insulting God as if he hasn't given us access to enough.
Yeah.
You know, we have everything we need to be successful and then more.
Wow.
What are we going to do with it? We talked about it last night. You know, we talked about having cell phones that literally can run your business for you. We don't have to have a brick and mortar.
Right.
We got access to ebooks and books that teach us everything from how to build credit to buy houses. We got more coaches than have ever existed, but still we running around with a lack of knowledge. And the Bible says my people perish for lack of knowledge. And if your dreams have died or are dying, then possibly it's because you haven't done anything to fan the flames.
Right.
Did nothing but talk about it.
And you know about reading books, Coach, we got books they read to us. We don't have to pick it up and look at the words. Just put in your ear pods, it can read to you. There's no excuse.
Absolutely.
Right.
So, you know, if you haven't already registered for our free masterclass about building generational wealth, it's happening Monday at 7:30. Make sure you go to www.dollarsprofitsandwealthcom. We have a ton of wealth building activities coming down the pipeline, and I don't want you guys to miss a thing. You know, I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that it has been my inconsistency that has impacted me. And, you know, I went through some stuff. My mom passed away, and, you know, I had empty nest syndrome. The kids were out of the house, and without a whole bunch of other people to focus on, having to finally put the laser on myself and focus on me, I really didn't like what I saw. And so now I'm having to rebuild, and the only person I can blame is me. The only person that's going to save me is me. And I've got to reshift my focus so that my only focus is me.
I totally understand that. That's where I'm at, Coach. You got to get to that point that it's all about you. It's all about you now. You done raised the kids. You done everything. It's time to make a change in your life. And put yourself first. And your business and your money.
Because if we don't start doing it now, when are we going to do it?
Right. You'll run out of time. You're going to run out of time. Yeah. And never live the life that you really dreamed of.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's up to us. So, guys, I hope this message rings loud and clear to you. Us as women, there's this documentary I want to watch called Half the Sky. And it's named that way because they say that women hold up half the sky. And, from where I sit, we hold up more than that, but okay, I'll take half. So if I
Well,
hold up half the sky,
mm-hmm.
I want half of everything. I want half of the real estate. I
Mm-hmm.
want half of the money. I want half of the respect and responsibility. I
Mm-hmm.
want half of the generational wealth. I want my share.
Yeah.
And for too long as women, we have sat by and allowed our shares to be misappropriated, redirected,
Mm-hmm.
given out to other people. And we sit by and say, oh, that's okay. That's okay. It's not okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Right.
not okay. So it's time for us to do something differently, guys. And I hope you'll join us. www.dollarsprofitsandwealth.com. We're going to get out of here, but look forward to the Dollars, Profits, and Wealth podcast coming soon. We're launching a new YouTube live channel. We're going to be going on tour, and we're looking for ambassadors for all over the United States. It's time, ladies. It is time for us to rise from the ashes. It is time for us to get past whatever happened to us. It is time for us to um, let the world know we exist and
Right.
that we're coming for what belongs to us. So
Right.
thank you, Michelle, for registering. Guys, I look forward to all of you spreading the word with the women in your life, your friends, your girlfriends. Act like this is Black Friday and you just found a 65-inch TV for $99. Call everybody you know. Because
Wow.
if that happened, you would call everybody you know
Uh-huh.
and be like, girl, I just found a 65-inch TV over here for $99.
Hey, I'm gonna buy one for me and one for the girlfriend and everybody else.
Right? Or no, I'm going to do like I used to do at Black Friday, and I'm going to go up in a Walmart and sit on top of the stack until my people get there. We've been saving stuff.
Yeah.
Move it to another part of the store.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody looking for it, baby. I know how to stash in Walmart. But we got to do our abundance like that. We got to do our next level like that. And we got to do our livelihood like that. It's important.
Right.
It's important.
It is.
All right, guys, we're going to get out of here. We love you tremendously. Again, if you've not already registered at www.dollarsprofitsandwealth.com, make sure you do. And we will see you later today. Bye, guys.
Bye.